Hello, football family. Welcome back to the channel, where passion meets predictions and every match comes alive. Today we've got a lineup of 6 thrilling games across Europe, South America, and Africa, and I'm going to walk you through them one by one. Here's the way we'll do it. First, I'll give you the prediction right away, clear and direct. Then, I'll break it down with analysis, looking at form, playing styles, and what we can expect from each side. Football isn't just about numbers, it's about strategy, consistency, and how teams adapt in different situations. That's why we're not just throwing scores out there, but explaining the logic behind them. So, get comfortable, because we're about to go through 6 matches, 6 predictions, and a full breakdown of why these results make sense. Let's dive straight in. Bayer Leverkusen vs Frankfurt. Prediction: correct score 2-1. Both teams to score, yes. Leverkusen are a dominant force in the Bundesliga, especially at home. They control possession, press high, and create multiple chances in every match. Their attacking style almost guarantees goals. But that same aggressive approach leaves them open at the back. Frankfurt, while not as consistent, are built to exploit those gaps with quick transitions and counterattacks. Even if Leverkusen dominate the ball, Frankfurt are capable of finding at least one goal. The difference comes down to quality and consistency. Leverkusen's form, firepower, and home advantage should be enough to secure the win. That's why the 2-1 scoreline fits perfectly. Leverkusen edge it, but Frankfurt still get on the score sheet. Sevilla vs Elche. Prediction: correct score 2 o'clock, Sevilla win or draw. Sevilla are experienced and reliable, especially at home. They have the ability to control the tempo, keep possession, and gradually break down opponents. Elche usually approach these games with a defensive mindset. They sit deep, protect their box, and try to frustrate. But Sevilla's patience and attacking options give them the upper hand. Once Sevilla get the opening goal, Elche will struggle to respond. Sevilla are also strong defensively in these types of matches, which makes a clean sheet very possible. The safe call is Sevilla not losing, and the likely outcome is a 2-0 win. Marseille vs Lorient. Prediction: correct score 2 o'clock, Marseille win. Marseille at home are always tough. Their intensity, energy, and crowd support make them one of the hardest teams to play against in Ligue 1. Lorient tend to sit back and defend deep, but that approach is difficult to maintain for 90 minutes against Marseille. With sustained pressure, Marseille usually find a breakthrough. After the first goal, Marseille generally grow in confidence and push for more. Lorient don't have the attacking consistency to mount a serious response. A solid 2-0 Marseille win looks the most realistic outcome here. Ipswich vs Sheffield United. Prediction: correct score 1-1 over 1.5 goals. This is a balanced championship clash. Ipswich are resilient at home and capable of creating chances, while Sheffield United are experienced and tough to break down. Both sides are likely to score. Ipswich's home form gives them opportunities, but Sheffield United rarely leave without finding a goal of their own. Once both teams are on the scoresheet, the game should settle, with neither wanting to risk losing. A 1-1 draw with at least 2 total goals fits both the style of play and the balance between these teams. Deportivo Riestra vs Central Cordoba. Prediction: half-time score 0-0, both teams to score, no. In the Argentine league, these fixtures are often cautious and low-scoring. Deportivo Riestra focus heavily on defensive structure and minimizing risks. Central Cordoba also struggle in front of goal, especially in away matches. The first half is very likely to be tight, with few chances created. Both sides will prioritize avoiding mistakes, which makes a 0-0 half-time score highly probable. Over the full 90 minutes, it's unlikely that both sides will score. These matches are often decided by one moment, but rarely do we see both nets hit. That's why both teams to score, no, is the safest prediction. ZED vs Ismaily. Prediction: correct score 1 o'clock, ZED win or draw. ZED are consistent at home, organized in defense, and effective when opportunities arise. They don't concede many chances and usually find a way to control the match. Ismaily, on the other hand, lack consistency away from home. They struggle to impose themselves and often leave gaps that opponents can exploit. This looks like a narrow ZED win, likely by a single goal. Even if they don't win, they should at least avoid defeat. That's why the safe call is ZED win or draw, with 1-0 as the most realistic scoreline. And that's it, 6 matches, 6 predictions, all broken down. Let's quickly recap everything so it's fresh in your mind. Bayer Leverkusen vs Frankfurt, 2-1, both teams to score. Sevilla vs Elche, 2-0, Sevilla win or draw. Marseille vs Lorient, 2-0, Marseille win. Ipswich vs Sheffield United, 1-1, over 1.5 goals. Deportivo Riestra vs Central Cordoba, 0-0 half-time, both teams to score, no. ZED vs Ismaily, 1-0, ZED win or draw. Now I want to hear from you, which predictions do you agree with, and where do you see surprises? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's talk football. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video with other football fans. The bigger our community, the better these discussions become. Football is unpredictable, but that's what makes it beautiful. Whether you're watching from Europe, Africa, Asia, or anywhere in the world, shout out to you, you're part of this football family, and your support keeps this channel alive. Stay tuned for more predictions, more analysis, and more football talk. Until next time, stay passionate, stay positive, and always keep loving the game. Shout out to every single one of you amazing fans worldwide.